So friends, our unit 3 as per the syllabus is bending stresses, and now we shall discuss the multiple choice questions on unit number 3. So let us start. Next, multiple choice question. Which of the following statement is correct? A square cross section is more economical in bending than the circular cross section of same area of cross section. Second, modulus of the square cross section is less than that of circular section of same area of cross section. 1 and 2 both are correct. This is our first option. Only first option is correct. Only second statement is correct. None of the statements are correct. So answer C is correct. Now, modulus of square section and modulus of circular cross section of same area. Okay, so it all depends upon modulus of section I upon y. So you compare I upon y for both the cross sections. If you see, BD cube by 12 will be I value for rectangular cross section. In the previous question we have seen section modulus z for cross section, rectangular cross section is BD square by 6. Here our question is square cross section, so you can substitute in that equation B is equal to D. Okay, here in this equation you just substitute B is equal to D. So what you will get is D cube upon 6 as the section modulus for square cross section. Okay, now let us assume that there is capital D as the diameter of circular cross section. So pi by 4 d square is the area, and pi by 64 d raised to 4 is I value for circular cross section, and y max will be d by 2. So z will be pi by 32 d cube. Okay, so pi by 32 d cube and d cube upon 6. In this, see which coefficient is more for d cube, because there is in both the equations d cube term. So z for square cross section is d cube upon 6. So 1 by 6, how much is 1 by 6? Something around 0.16. Okay, precisely it is 0.167 into d cube. So this is modulus of square cross section. What about circular cross section? So it will be pi by 32. Pi is 3.14 divided by 32. It is 0.09. Okay, 0.09. So one value or one coefficient is 0.167. Another is 0.098, which is approximately 0.1. So 0.167 is more than 0.1. D cube will be same in the multiplication. So the modulus of square cross section is less than that of circular cross section of same area of cross section. That is correct answer. Next, two beams, one having square cross section and another circular cross section, are subjected to same amount of bending moment. If the cross sectional area as well as material of both the beams are same, then there are some observations. Maximum bending stress developed in both the beams is the same. Circular beam experiences more bending stress than square one. Square beam experiences more bending stress than the circular one. As the material is same, both the beams will experience same deformation. So answer B will be correct. Circular beam experiences more bending stress than the square one. It is very much similar to previous question which is just discussed. Okay. Next question. A beam has rectangular section 100 mm by 200 mm. If it is subjected to maximum bending moment of 4 into 10 raised to 7 Newton mm, then maximum bending stress developed would be. So here you need to use uh, bending stress formula. F by Y is equal to M by I is equal to E by R. In this, F max we have to find. So cross section is 100 by 200. So from this you can find out what is I value. Okay. Then it is subjected to a maximum bending moment of 4 into 10 raised to 7. So you can find what is section modulus I by Y. So F by Y is equal to E by R is equal to M by I. Okay. So M is 4 into 10 raised to 7 divided by BD cube by 12. You calculate those values and you will get the answer as 60 Newton per mm square. Okay, so it is simple formula and substitution of these values in the formula. Next question. A flat ribbon of steel 3 mm wide and 0.5 mm thick is wound around a cylinder 500 mm in diameter. So maximum stress in the steel ribbon is, again it is circular cross section. Sorry, it is not circular cross section. It is a hollow circular cross section. So for hollow circular cross section, we will have to find or do the calculations. Next, its answer is option B, 200 Newton per mm square. The flexural stresses at top and bottom of a T section of 30 centimeter depth are 50 and 150 Newton per mm square. So the neutral axis from the top in centimeter will be, so you just have to find depth of neutral axis. So here you need to get or draw a simple T section and find out what are the values of areas and centroidal distances. So it is being a little bit difficult for me to draw here, but I will try to draw. Let us see if you understand. Okay. So this is one rectangle, and this is another rectangle. So this is a T section. Okay. And sorry, if you see T section is of 30 centimeter depth, it means this total depth is 30 centimeter. Okay. And uh, 30 centimeter depth are 50 and 150 Newton per mm square. So we have been given some stress values. So we will try to draw bending stress diagram. So at top we have 50 value, at bottom we have 150 value, more value. Okay. So if you join these two ends, you will get something like this as the bending stress distribution diagram. So what is the value here of the stress? It is 50 as per the given data, and here it is 150. Okay, and what you have to find is the flexural stresses at the top and bottom of a T section of 30 centimeter depth are at 50 and 150 neutral axis from the top in centimeter. So question is very simple. The total depth is 30. Okay, if you see here, the total depth here is 30. What we want is this depth. Which one? I'll just show here. Yes, this is the depth that we want. Okay, so we shall assume that this depth is small y. So we will get one more depth, which is here. Will show. So how much is this depth? If y is the total depth from top up to neutral axis, this will be 30 minus y. Okay, and we have to find y value. So simple cross multiplication will be there. What cross multiplication will be there? If y is the depth from neutral axis, okay, where is our neutral axis? It is here. I'll just show it again. Our neutral axis is here. Okay, so if I have to find y, I will take neutral axis as my reference point, and from this, if I measure a depth of y, I have a stress value of how much? 50, correct? I know that value. That value is 50. From the same reference point, if I have a depth of 30 minus y, okay, 30 minus y, how much is the stress value? It is 150. Okay, this is I know. So what we will have to do is we just have to take the cross multiplication, something like this. So 150 into y, I'll try to show here. 150 into y is equal to 50 into 30 minus y. Okay, so I just have to find y value from here. So what will be the answer? Let us calculate. So this will be 150y is equal to 50 into 30 is how much? 1500. Okay, minus 50y. Correct. Now I'll take 50y on left hand side. I will get 200y is equal to 1500. So what will be my y value? 1500 divided by 200. Very simple. So 7.5 centimeter is my answer. So option A is correct. Okay, here option A is correct. So even if the diagram is not given, you should be in a position to calculate this value, and you should be able to solve such problems in short time. So it is a 2-minute problem. Okay, very simple. There is no stress or strain value asked, only depth of neutral axis is asked. And please see that cross-sectional areas or the dimensions of the section have not been given, only stress values have been given and depth of the total section is given. So option A is correct. Okay.